come back to the center. Rotate to your left. And lift up right here. And lower back down. Exhale, lift. Rotate right. Center. Rotate to your left. And lift right here in the middle. And lower back down. 2 more. Rotate. I don't know where we cut off, so you get double the fun if you've already did this. Last one. Rotate. Rotate. Gonna come back to the middle, lift up a little bit higher. Take the hands back behind the thighs, sink your navel to your spine, lift higher, still little pulses for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. Give your knees a hug. And little circles here. Release your low back. Nice. We're going to take the feet back down to the floor. Scoop your belly. Find that neutral pelvis so you're not jamming your low back down or letting your back overarch. Lift one foot and then the other way. Take the arms to shoulder height here. We're going to nod the chin to the chest, tip the shoulder blades lift, and then float back down. Exhale, nod, and float back down. One more like that. We're going to hold this one and pump the arms. You're inhaling for, exhaling for 5. Arms are coming. Navel's drawing to your spine. You're scooping the belly. You're welcome to too much on the upper body. Relax the head and neck down. And then stay here or lengthen the legs toward the ceiling, squeezing those inner thighs in. Stay here or you can lower the legs to about 45 degrees. Stay here or lift to 90 and exhale to 45. Squeezing those inner thighs, arms are pumping energy through to the fingertips, lowering and lifting. Last one, we're gonna hold it here, inhale, arms pumping, exhale, and lower it down. You're gonna use a hug. Little circles here, release your low back into the floor, and take your head side to side. And then bring your knees into your chest. You're gonna roll it on up. And get ready for rolling like a ball from here. So scooping your belly, start by rounding your spine here, drawing your navel into your spine, rock back your sweet bones. I'm gonna lift one foot and then the other way. And then keeping the space between your chest and your thighs, rock back a little and lift off a little. Lift up a little rather. So rocking back and forth. Keep that C-shaped curve of the spine. Keep that scoop of the belly. Try not to let the toes touch down. Keeping this small, and then you're staying with this for exhale. Rock along the spine. Rock to come up, don't let those toes touch. And you're welcome to stay here, or you can make this a little harder. Sliding the hands down to maybe the ankles, and then drawing your forehead toward your knee, coming a little tighter into that ball. Let's do 2 more, just for the fun of it. Use your exhale. On our last one, we're gonna hold at the top. And from here, taking those legs so they're parallel, lengthening the right leg, lengthen the left leg, squeeze the inner thighs in, reach the arms. Holding on to this one more breath. Bend the knees in here. Take your feet to the floor and we'll roll it all the way down. Lengthening the legs long onto your mat. Take your hands behind the lower back here. Just make sure that you're not, you don't have a big gapping space between the low back and the mat. And we're gonna take the hands and bring them onto your lower belly. And then find with your thumbs, find the bottom of the rib cage. And then with your index fingers, you're gonna find the top of your pelvis. And then think of dropping your rib cage toward your pelvis. So you're scooping the belly, your navel drawing to your spine. Squeeze the inner thighs together. And then from here, we'll float the arms up overhead, but drop the rib cage down. And then as you exhale, go ahead and nod your chin to your chest. Really start to round through the spine, reach out and over the toes. And as you roll back down, smooth the belly. Keep that C-shaped curve, keep the inner thighs hugging in. Come all the way down, arms float up overhead. Use your breath. Exhale through that sticking point. Reach out and over the toes, coming into the roll up. And as you peel down, rounding your spine, reaching one vertebrae at a time. The arms will float up, the rib cage will drop down. Use your breath. Hug the inner thighs in toward the midline. Reach out and over your toes. And then roll it on down. Nice and slow. Arms float up, rib cage drops down. 2 more. Squeeze, really hug the inner thighs in, reach out and over the toes as you lift up. Last one. On this last one, we're going to come all the way back down. So releasing bone by bone. Take the arms up overhead here and then drop your rib cage down, press down to the palms, then the right knee in, and then the left. From here, we're taking the legs up toward the ceiling one at a time. Ground down to the palms, shoulders away from the ears. Separate the legs just to the width of your mat and then lower. Inner thighs connect. Slow lift back up. So slow separate, slow lower. Inner thighs connect. Slow lift. Grounding down to the palms here, shoulders away from the ears. This is prep for rollover. So separate the legs just the width of your mat, then lower. Inner thighs connect. Let's do one more like this, and then we're going to reverse this. So we're going to meet up at 90 degrees with the legs in together. Slow lower with the legs together here. Then separate. Then lift. Then inner thighs. Grounding down through the palms here, shoulders away from the ears. Last one. And we're going to squeeze the inner thighs together here. Scoop your belly. We're going to draw a circle on the ceiling with those big toes. So it's going to come all the way out and around to the left. And all the way out and around to the right. Hug the inner thighs in here. Ground down to the palms, shoulders away from your ears. Coming into the corkscrew. Hug the inner thighs in. Stay here or make that circle bigger. And then maybe peeling the hips off. Use your exhale. And then one more each side, either keeping the hips on the floor or getting that extension. From here, we're going to reach out through the toes for 3, 2, 1. Take the arms back up overhead here, squeeze the inner thighs in. And then roll it up to a seat. Reach out and over the toes here. Just get this nice stretch at the top. Take a little breather. And then we'll rock side to side here. Bring the extra flesh away from your sitting bones. Flex the feet. Slide a hand here to your low back. If you're feeling this roundness within your lower back, try bending the knees or elevate the hips if you like. You can grab a hold of your weights here. Reach out through the arms. You're going to bend the elbows. Rotate to your right elbows. We're going to be in line with your side, so try not to lead the elbows. Rotate left. Sit up top. Rotate right. Back to the center. Rotate to your left. Crown of the head reaching up toward the ceiling. Coming into that rotation. Back to the center, rotate right. Center. Nice. From here, you can reach the arms out. Take a little bend in the elbows. Palms facing up. Arms are out to the sides like a T. Scooping the belly. One more each side. Nice and easy. And back to the left. We'll come back to the center. Release the arms. Go ahead and slide forward on your mat just a bit. Take a sip of your water if you like. This time we're going to curl the tail under. So find that round spine in the lower back and broaden across the collarbones. Hands can come back behind the thighs or the calves. Lengthening one leg and then the other out to the side. Use those inner thighs to bring the legs together and then slowly separate. Exhale, inner thighs, bring the legs together, slow separate. Nice, keep this nice and slow and controlled. Think of using those inner thighs to connect the legs. Squeeze. Exhale, reach. Now from here, the next time you open the legs, you're welcome to hold here, scooping the belly, or enable the spine to rock you back. Rocking along the spine, broaden across the collarbones as you lift it. Use your exhale, enable the spine. Broaden the collarbones, lengthen. Keep the same distance between your chest and your thighs throughout. One more like this. We're going to add on from here. Go ahead and flex the feet. Reach through the heels, lower down, round your spine to reach over. And then sit up tall. Back of the sitting bones, scoop your belly. Rocking along the feet, slow lower. And then around, like someone's got you by the waist, pulling your waist back, and then reach. So it's spine stretch forward, combined with open leg rocker. Last one. Reach, tuck the tail. We're gonna hold this one, slow lower. Take the legs a little bit wider apart here. Bend the knees as needed, flex the feet, reach the arms, come into a rotation of the spine, twist, come a little deeper here, inhale, come back to the center, rotate to your left, reach out, reach a little further, inhale, back to the center, grow top, exhale, rotate, inhale, grow top, rotate, reach for that opposite pinky toe here, really flex the feet, drawing the navel into the spine, grow tall each time, rotate, reach. Last one. We're gonna rotate, come back to the center here. Bring the arms and the legs together, bend the knees in, bring your hands back behind this right thigh, come all the way back onto your back. Nice, lengthening that leg. Now let's actually bend that knee in. So bring your knee over the head, bring the length of the left leg. And then scoop your belly, lower down to about 45 degrees. Peel the tips of the shoulder blades away, and you're just gonna switch. If this feels like too much on the head, neck, and shoulders, option to lower the head and neck down. You can take a ball back behind the head for support, or you can use your blanket here, roll it and slide it underneath the head for support. Let the legs brush, brush, coming straight down the midline, brush, and brush. One more this way. We're gonna go right into doubles from here, so bending both knees in. Reach out through the arms and legs, and wrap it in knees over hips. So it's a reach, squeeze the inner thighs, and a wrap, and a reach, and a wrap. One more like that. Hands are gonna come back behind this right thigh from here. Double pull, like scissor, double pull, left leg coming forward. So hands can come back behind the thigh or the calf. Try to bring the leg to you, not bringing yourself up to the leg. Try not to let that bottom leg just hang, so keep it actively engaged. Legs are gonna scissor in between, so straight down the midline, last one. From here, hands back behind the head, elbows wide. You can lower the upper body down or keep it lifted, squeeze the inner thighs. Slow lift. Inner thighs hugging in toward the midline here. Slow lift. One more. And rising up, bend that right knee in, rotate right, center, rotate left, and center. So keep the elbows wide, keep the legs coming straight down the midline, keep the navel drawing to your spine, keep that scoop of the belly. Get in this rotation, and rotate. One more set, rotate, and lower down. Give your knees a hug here. Go ahead and release the low back. Take this side to side, take the head side to side. And we'll lower the feet down to the floor. Walk your feet all the way in toward the rear comfortably. Tuck your chin to your chest, peel the hips away. Keep these hip points lifted. We're gonna reach the right leg up toward the ceiling. From here, flex and reach, point and swing. Flex, reach away, point and swing. Really actively engaging this left hamstring. 3 more. Flex and reach. Don't let that right hip lower. 2 more. Last one. We're gonna bring this up to the ceiling. Bend the knee in here. Take the foot to the floor. Roll it down bone by bone. Coming on to the other side. Press your low back down. Feel the hips up. Bring the weight into the right foot this time. Left leg extends. Flex and reach. Point and swing. Flex, extend. Point and swing. Try not to let this left hip lower as the leg lowers. 2 more here. Lengthening toward that opposite wall. Last one. Bring it up, bend the knee, and roll it down through the spine. We're gonna walk the feet out to the edges of the mat here. Take your knees in toward the middle and just neutralize for a minute, taking the knees left to right. Last one. Should feel good. Bring it back to the middle. Walk your feet in just a bit so they're sitting bone width apart. We'll lengthen this right leg. Ground down through the palms, shoulders away from the ears. We're going to flex and point. And then take a circle of the ankle. Circling the other way. Nice. Scoop the belly, navel to spine. We're going to draw a circle in the ceiling with this big toe. You can either keep this knee bend in, or if you're more flexible, you can try lengthening that leg long. Or maybe just take a little bend in the knee. Try and straighten the leg that's reaching up toward the ceiling. And then you're tracing a circle as you do. Keep those hips still. 3 more. All the way out and around. Last one. Reversing that circle. Navel drawing to your spine, scooping the belly. All the way out and around. If it's causing any tightness through the fronts of the hips, or those hips are moving, or the hamstrings feel tight, just try bending this knee in. Ground down through the palms, shoulders away from the ears. We're going to hug this knee in and lengthen that other leg long onto your mat. Just give this knee a hug, release through the front of that right hip for a moment. And then taking that foot to the floor, we'll lengthen this left leg up toward the ceiling. Flex and point for 2. And take a little circle. Circle the other way. Nice. Scoop the belly, navel drawing to your spine. Trace that circle on the ceiling. Can you keep your hips still? Can you isolate this leg in the hip socket and not move the hips, just the leg? Stay here or lengthen that leg long, but remember, if that causes you any problem through the fronts of the hips or the backs of the legs, don't do it. Down through the palms, your shoulders away from the ears, and we'll reverse that circle. Opposite direction. Use your exhale. Last 2. Last one. And bend that knee in. Give it a hug. Release the front of this hip. We're going to take a little stretch. Right ankle, left knee here. Stay here. Release this foot away from the floor. Stay here. Our hands back behind the thigh. Keep that right knee opening out to the right. Breathe into the stretch. We're going to lengthen this leg, take a little circle. And then flex, draw it in, and point, lift it up. Go through a couple more just like that. Last one, hold, pull it in a little closer. Lengthen that leg long. Scoot your hips a little bit to your right here. You're going to drop the knee across the body and set up for this twist. And we'll unwind here. Take that foot to the floor. Take the left ankle to the right knee this time. Stay here. If you're already feeling the stretch, you can release this foot or bring the hands back behind that thigh. Breathe, pull it in a little closer. Take this leg up toward the ceiling. Take a little circle. Circling the other way, and we'll flex, draw it in. And point and lift it up. Last one, we'll hold, breathe. Take that leg long. Scoot your hips a little bit to your left this time. Drop this knee across the body, set up for this twist. Breathe. And we'll unwind here. Lengthen the legs long, take the arms up overhead. And just take this stretch here from your fingers all the way down to your toes. Releasing the lower back, release the abdominals for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. And we'll swing it around. And come onto your belly. So we're going to come onto the forearms here. You're going to come up like a sphinx. So elbows are in line with the shoulders. Kind of shimmy your hips down. And then from here, make 2 fists with your hands. Lift the chest away, engaging the abdominals. Legs are so actively engaged, the kneecaps are floating away from the floor. Double kick, foot into the rear, and then lengthen. As you bring your foot into the rear, flex the foot. Double kick, keep this lift to the chest. You don't want this to start to happen. So arms are working, whole back body is engaged. So those glutes are working, legs are working, abs are working. One more each side. We're going to go into doubles. So from here, go ahead and lower down to your mat. Bring your cheek to your mat. Reach the arms back behind you. We'll interlace the fingers here. Rock them up to your upper back. Just allow the elbows to bend to the sides. Hover both knees away from the floor. Double kick feet into the rear. As you lengthen the arms and legs. And then cheek to your mat. Double kick. Lengthen the arms and legs. Get the stretch to the chest. And you can switch cheeks here. Double kick and reach. And double kick. And lengthen. Get this nice opening and stretch to the chest. 2 more. And on this last one, release the hands. Go ahead and lower all the way down. Bring your cheek to your mat. Just kind of shimmy the hips side to side here. Gently press the ear into the mat. Get the stretch of the head and neck. We'll slide the hands underneath the shoulders. Pressing back onto all fours. Separate the knees apart here, round your spine, hips to your heels, rest your forehead. And we're going to come back onto the belly. From here, and come into a back extension. So go ahead and shimmy your hips down, separate the feet a little bit apart. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders or just slightly forward. Put the elbows in. And then engaging the legs actively, peel your chest away. Head in line with the spine here, feel a little higher. And slow release. Elbows drawing in, squeeze the glutes. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. Peel your chest away. Keep the back of the neck long here. Make sure you're not just pressing into the hands to rise up. 2 more, glute squeezing, rise. Peel the chest away. Lift a little higher. Last time through, whole back body working. So glutes are squeezing, pressing the tops of the feet into the floor, kneecaps lifting away, breathe. Lower down, reach your arms to your sides and give a strike running down your pants, shoulders roll back. Nice, get that stretch to the chest. Slowly lower, you can bring that opposite cheek to the mat. Glutes are squeezing, rolling up. Rise up a little higher. Lowering down, 2 more. Squeeze the glutes, rise. Back of the neck is long, so no tension on the neck. Lower, last time through. Here we go, glutes are squeezing. Reach, pull the chest away, and lower. Look over that opposite shoulder. Heels fall apart here, big toes come to touch. Shimmy your hips. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders, we'll fold back. Hips to your heels, round your spine, so separate the knees apart. Bring your big toes together. Take a little stretch here, take a little breather. So grab your weight. If you have a ball, bring that back behind. If you have weight, you can bring it back behind this right knee. And the foot in toward the rear, scoop your belly. Make sure you're all lined up here. And then you're just gonna lift and come to this hover. So rising up, come to a hover. Make sure you're not rocking side to side here. So you're working to stabilize the shoulder blades, keeping the hips still, and then make like you're pressing a button on the ceiling with that big toe. Use your exhale. Try not to rock side to side. 3 more here, reach. Head in line with the spine, don't let the head hang. Last one, little pulses, small range, little lifts up for 2. Nice, and here we're coming back behind that knee and then coming out to the side. Back behind the knee, out to the side. Keep this slow and controlled. Three more here. On our last one, we're going to hold it up here and it's little pulses up for 2. And lower it down. Go ahead and take your weight, bring it back behind the left knee this time. Draw your foot into your rear, scoop your belly, draw your navel into your spine. And then we're going to lift and hover. Try and bring that leg so it's more or less parallel. to rock side to side here. On our last one, keep it up there, and it's a small range, little pulses. Little lifts up. And you can bring it back behind the knee, and then out to the side, so you're not hiking that hip. Try not to swing it. Lift. Everybody with me? 4 more. Nice and slow. Keep this control. On our last one, we're going to hold it up here, and then it's little pulses up for 2. And lower it down. Release your weight here. You're going to sink the hips to the heels and round your spine to press your forehead for a moment. Nice. We're going to come forward, and this time, go ahead and come onto your belly and roll onto your side. And then you can either extend this arm or bend the elbow. Make sure you're lined up at the back of your mat here. We're going to come to side lying work. So we're going to lift this leg, flex and resist on the way back down. Make sure hips are stacked. Flex, resist. Try not to tense up the head, neck, and shoulders. Keep the hips stacked throughout. Make like you're reaching toward that opposite wall. Two more here. On our last one, we're going to keep it up here. Bring the bottom leg up to meet it. Slow lower. Think of lengthening toward that opposite wall here. Bring the bottom to meet the top. Think of meeting those inner thighs together. Two more. On our last one, hold it up here, bottom to top, roll. Both legs together, we're gonna lift and lower. For 2. Not a real big movement. 2 more. On our last one, it's a small range, little pulses. Woo! We're gonna lower that bottom leg from here, carve out a circle with that top leg, nice and easy. Last one this direction, and then reverse the direction. Can you keep your hips still while you circle the leg? Make sure you're circling all the way back and around so you're not just coming back to the midline. On our last one, bring it back behind you, bend the knee here. A little quad stretch. Breathe and rest. And then we'll bend this bottom knee. You're going to stack the hips. Make sure that you can maybe balance an apple on this top hip and then lift and lower for 2. Not a real big movement. At the end of this last one, it's a small range of pulses. And then we're going to be 8 seconds. 2 more. And it's pulses at the top here. And the legs. We're going to swing it around. And come on to the other side. So, facing forward here. Bring the legs in the opposite direction. You can either extend this arm or you can bend the elbow, push into the head. Make sure you're lined up at the back of your mat. Your hips are stacked. You're going to point up, flex, resist on your way back down. So keep the hips stacked. Make sure the knee and toes are pointing forward. And think of lengthening toward that opposite wall here. Last one, and we're gonna add on from here. So it's a lift, lift, lower with both legs together. Two more here. On our last one, bring it up here and beat it bottom to tap. And then glue both legs together, we're gonna lift and lower. Keep your hips stacked throughout. It's not a real big movement. This hand can come in front for balance or lengthen that arm for a little more challenge. Two more. On our last one, keep it up here, lower that bottom leg. Circles. Reversing that circle. So coming in the opposite direction here, bring it all the way back behind you and around. On this last one, bring it back behind you. We're gonna bend the knee here. You might need to come into a little bit of a pelvic tuck in order to get that stretch with the front of the thigh. And then we're gonna bend this bottom knee here. We're gonna stack the hips. Make sure you can balance something on this top hip. We're just gonna open, close. So coming into clamshell. On this last one, it's a pulse, so small range, try to keep those hips stacked. For the second set, you can elevate those feet. We're gonna open, close. Should feel it right here. Last one, it's a pulse, small range. Ooh, it hurts. Lower it down. Take a little stretch. We're gonna roll over onto your belly here, stack one hand on top of the other, and then just rest your forehead on the back of the hand and just shimmy the hips here. Nice and easy, release any tension from that low back. And then you can bend your knees here. You can also take a little windshield wiper the legs side to side. Should feel good. And then we'll lengthen the legs. Take the hands underneath the shoulders, press up and pull back. Bring your hips to your heels and just round your spine here, nice and easy. And we'll come back onto the back. So swinging the legs around. If you have a sweatshirt, you can use a belt, you can use a strap if you have one. You're gonna take it back behind this right foot. And you can bend that left knee in as needed. You can use your sock, whatever you've got handy, and then take a breath, and we're gonna take this out to the right. So you can bend this left knee in and plant the foot on the floor. If you're more flexible, you can lengthen that leg. You can also bend this knee as needed. And then we'll bring it back to the center, and then bring it across maybe just a third of the way, wherever you feel that stretch on the outside of the leg. Breathe into that stretch. Ooh. And we'll lower it all the way down as far as you can. Over that right shoulder. And bring it back to the center. So forehead towards your knee. You can peel the upper body away here. And then bend that knee and take the foot to the floor. And you can take your strap or your sweatshirt here, capture this left foot. Bring it up toward the ceiling. And then remember, you can keep that other knee bent in or you can lengthen it. Wherever you feel the stretch, breathe. And then taking that strap or just the foot into the left hand. Breathe into this. Right hand can come to your hip. And we'll bring it up and over. Stretch this. Breathe. And then coming all the way down, or as far as you like here, and then look over that left shoulder. Come into a twist. Final stretch here. Forehead towards your knee, peel your upper body away. And then this time lengthening that leg long onto your mat. Taking both legs along, arms at your sides, a little bit away from the body. Take a breath in. We'll send that breath all the way down to your toes. And then just working your way up, relaxing your feet. Working your way up to your ankles, your calves, your thighs, your hips, your back, your belly, your chest. Your arms at your sides. All the way up to your shoulders, neck, and head. And we'll take the arms up here. Just take the spinal stretch, fingers to toes. And bend the knees in here. Rolling onto your side, we'll press our way up to a seat. Coming back to where we started here and lengthening up through the crown of the head. Take the arms all the way up. Exhale it out. One more like that. Inhale. And exhale, reach.